Hi everyone, how you doing today? I'm recording this now because it is Monday, and if I don't do it now, I will forget. I really want to kickstart doing vlogging in March, so it's Monday now, but I'm currently prepping for Tuesday, so tomorrow. I have some plans. I have a meeting in town at 3:45. So while I'm in town, I am returning a couple of library books, so I'll do a bit of a library tour. There's a secondhand bookstore that I've not been able to get to yet that I'm going to go and check out. And yeah, you're just going to come along with me, chill out, see the town that I live in. In terms of these books, I'm taking Anxious People back because I read it and I finished it. And I'm taking Call of the Penguins back because I didn't realise this is a sequel, so I'm going to take it with me. If they have the first one, I'll just keep this one and get that one out as well. If they don't have it, then I will just give this one back, and then I will go back and get it another time when I have read the first one. But it is a shame that I didn't realise that a little bit sooner. In terms of the rest of this week, I've got some filming to do. I've got a couple of videos going up. My March TBR went up today, and I have a couple that I want to record, so I want to do my February wrap up. I also want to do a couple of book review ones, and I've got some projects that I have some friends helping with that I'm hoping to get a start on this month and this week. I'm hoping to start a new job this week, and yeah, exciting but also very nervous. I'm still not certain if I'm ready emotionally to go back, but we shall see how it goes. And yeah, that's essentially my week. Is tomorrow going into town for a bit, Wednesday hopefully starting my new job, and then on Saturday I am babysitting for my brother so he can take his wife out for a belated birthday meal. I think that's what it is. I was supposed to babysit a couple of weeks ago, but she was poorly, and so was I, to be perfectly honest. Oh, reading for this week. My reading goals are, I completed the first reading goal at like 2 o'clock this morning, and that was House of Sky and Breath. So that's been completed. And I have some serious thoughts that I will not divulge into right now, but if the series goes how I think it might be going, I've suddenly lost all interest and don't want to keep going. I can't even remember what's on my TBR. Here we go. So in terms of this week's reading, I want to finish Vengeful by Fee Schwab. I'm about halfway through, so I definitely want to get that finished and have that as my first read of the month done. I might do one graphic novel or manga, because I do have 4, so I've got like 1 a week. And I also discovered Script, so I'm going to try and get a couple of audiobooks in. They're not on my TBR, but I didn't add any books to my TBR that were audiobooks for this month, so I'm just going to use Script to try and sneak a couple in. And the books that I've got, none of them really work for the audio for me, so but yeah, definitely I'm going to finish V. Schwab's Vengeful. I'm going to do probably Flying Witch, the manga. No, because that's going to be part of the Magical Readathon, so I need to hold off on that. But yeah, I'm going to decide. I don't know really yet what I'm going to do. I might start Vespertine. I don't know. We shall see. Basically just going to go with whatever the mood takes me on the day. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you're reading this week, and you'll see me next, hopefully, when I am getting ready to go out, and when I'm getting ready tomorrow morning. And I've even... Okay, it's backwards for you guys, but I've even written a little note to myself to remember to vlog and do everything that I need to do. So let's see if that's going to work. Okay, I did not go to the library. I did go shopping with my uncle, and I do now have enough food to last me the week, but I got home basically last night I fell asleep about 11 o'clock at night, no, just before midnight, and all was going well until I first of all woke up overheating and really hot, and because I have a really tiny box room, so any heat that gets in there just stays trapped. And then I woke up at 3:45, needing the toilet, and came back, got back under the covers, thinking, great, I'm tired, I'll go back to sleep. Next thing I knew, it's half an hour later, and I'm still just lying there waiting to fall asleep. So I went onto Scribd. I just picked a random audiobook off the list that I'd saved, and I can't even remember the name of it. That's how well I've done. It's about two women who are friends, and basically they make a pact that they're now gonna stop trying to live a conventional life, and they're just going to move in together and renovate this house, and men are just going to be secondary. And yeah, it's an interesting story at the minute that I'm just like only kind of half invested in. I don't think this is going to be a very high rating at all. And yeah, so obviously I didn't get back to sleep, and you can kind of tell because my eyes are puffy as hell. So I ended up not going to the library, and I ended up not going into town, and my meeting, turns out I'd got the wrong dates, and so I ended up not needing to go out. So I've just kind of been recording, only my phone has run out of storage. So I've just filmed a video including all of these journals and all of these notebooks, but now I've not got enough storage on my phone to do the rest of the videos with all of these, where I was going to do a book haul and also what month we just had? February wrap up. So yeah, we're going to see how I get on, and hopefully I can clear enough space on my phone so I can record those before I give up for the day. Ugh. Also, I start my job tomorrow. I had a phone call from the agency. They actually asked me to come in today, but I'm kind of sleep deprived and felt really sick this morning, so I was like, I'm really sorry, but I just can't. But because the school is literally a 10-minute walk from my house, they've booked me in tomorrow and Thursday and have said it's very likely they'll want me on Friday as well. So that'll be nice that I can actually start my new job tomorrow and get back into it. The only downside is I asked for a primary school placement and they've put me into a high school, so I'm not looking forward to that so much, but I'm hoping that if their lessons are only an hour long, then it's like, well, it's only an hour. It's not like I've got to be in the classroom for 2.5 or like nearly 2 hours like it was at my last school. So we shall see how that goes. Oh, I've just realised I think all of my videos have got this glare, so that's going to be problematic. Ugh. However, if I shift slightly so the glare isn't quite there, I am in love with these frames. I tried on 4 pairs, and these ones were the winner for me because of they're so like the colours with the purple and the blue. They're just very, very pretty. And they're very, very different to my old ones. If I show you, I mean, you've seen my glasses in every video, but obviously these are like my squarey type frames. These are very, very different. And in the past, when I tried new glasses on, every single time I tried a different style, Rob would be like, oh, I don't like that, oh, I don't like it, oh no, it doesn't suit. And it just felt like I could never win. So these are one of the pairs that I have shortlisted. And then, yes, this is pair number 2 that I have also shortlisted. And I know they're very similar in the like colour style, but these ones are obviously a little bit thinner and the lens is a little bit smaller. and I've done a video each with wearing each of these. It's annoying though because these ones have got the logo written on them, so even in the video you can see the logo, but at the end of the day it gives me an idea as to which pair I'm going to go with. I think my first pair I will go with these ones, as these ones are so light that every time my hair moves it's like pulling them forward and things, whereas these ones are more secure. But let me know in the comments, which pair do you prefer? So pair 1, these ones, and pair 2, these ones. Let me know. So I thought I'd show you with the glasses like how they come and stuff for those that are interested. So I got a trial through Glasses Direct, and basically it's completely free. They do a card check where they take £1 out of your account, but they immediately pay it straight back in, or at least that's what happened with me. And then you basically pick 4 frames. They have different selections, so you can either choose a box of frames that they've like already put together, and it's like a curated box of preset ones, so you can see exactly what frames are in there and you can just try various ones. Or you can go through and pick your own 4, which is what I've done, and then they will send them out to you. You can keep them for up to 7 days. They're just standard lenses, so there's no prescription in there. So like if you're like me and you are almost completely like you can barely make anything out when you're not wearing your glasses, they won't be good for trying day to day like out and about, but you can try them like different outfits and just sort of see how they. And yeah, so when it arrives it's got a little box that should fit through your doorstep letterbox, and in the outer box you have this. And so when you open it, you've just got a little return slip. You get given, where is mine, a little piece that tells you what the 4 frames are that you've got out. And then we have the glasses. So I got like these 4, and then I've tried each of them on, and these 2 were the winners, but I think these are the ones that I'm actually going to go for. And yeah, after this I send them back, and then once they've got them back, if I want to try another set, which I will do because I want to try some metal frame ones, then I can just do the process again. So yeah, if you wanted to give some new glasses, even if you don't commit to buying from them, it's good to then at least you already know when you go into your local glasses place, opticians, at least you know kind of what styles suit you already, and it should make picking out your frames a lot easier. And you can try different colours and things without being in the public, because I know I feel really self-conscious when I try new glasses out at the optician, so this was a nice way to do it without that kind of embarrassment. So yeah. Hey guys, so it's now Thursday and I'm finally going to the library, so come with me and I'll show you some squirrels, because the park here has lots of squirrels and there's lots of people around, so I'm feeling really self-conscious, which is not usual. But yeah, just gonna go drop some stuff off and get some work done. Hey little squizzlets! Hi! Hello! Hi! I don't have anything today. I left the hazelnuts at home. I'm sorry. I'm just showing these guys that you guys are really friendly, aren't you? Yeah? got back from the library and I thought I'd share with you what I picked up. Thought I've seen it a lot on YouTube and I know a lot of you love Becky Chambers, so I've picked up The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, which I believe is book 1 in the Wayfarers. Let me know if I'm wrong and I've picked up the wrong one, but I did check on Goodreads and I'm pretty sure this is the correct one. So picked up a Becky Chambers to try. Then got a really short one, which is The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly, and it's a translated story, and apparently it's got like a message about being free and doing what you want and breaking conventions. In the new section they had the Snow Song by Sally Gardner, and basically it's like an Arctic fantasy, which I said earlier this year I want to try a few more of. Charlotte, Clumsy Charlotte, Clumsy, you stroke again. Why am I hitting myself with the book? We have Frederick Bagman, a man called Uwe. Is it Uwe? Ove? I'm pretty sure it's Uwe. But got another Frederick Bagman. I definitely got more. I went for like 3 books and bought back 8 or 9. Ben Aronovich, Rivers of London, which is a crime fantasy thriller thing. I don't really know, I just know that I've seen it everywhere and I'm intrigued. Then I went to the YA section and got Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly, and it follows Cinderella's stepsister and her story after Cinderella's found her happy ever after. And then we have Girls with Sharp Sticks, which again is one that I've seen around on BookTube but I don't really know much about. But it's like a boarding school setting and the girls find out that not all is as it seems. And then the final one is a graphic novel which is called Lost Tales, and it features tales from all around the globe that aren't so well known. So quite a nice little haul there, quite happy with that, and it should last about a month or so, maybe a bit more. I forgot to say, I also very quickly went by a charity shop, because the main charity shop that I went to town for was shut for the second time, and I picked up this kind of geeky romance thing. Never heard of it, but it looks good, so. I've started The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly. I'm only on like the first 3 pages currently, but yeah, I asked my uncle to pick a number between 1 and 8, and at first he was like, why? No, why? Why do you want me to do this? And I was like, just pick a bloody number. And he was like, no, why? And he eventually picked book 4, which was this one. So, yeah. My plan is to read a little bit before dinner, and then after dinner, Clumsy Charlotte is doing the closing, like some readathon stuff, and it's like the closing ceremony from the Winter Olympics-a-thon. So I'm hoping to get a good chunk of this done tonight. It's only 100 and something pages, so I might even get it finished tonight, but I don't know, because I am at work tomorrow, and that usually means that when I'm working, I tend to go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So we shall see. Unfortunately, today it's Friday, and I should be at work right now, but I woke up at 2 in the morning not feeling great. I then woke up at 4 and my IBS was giving me a bit of trouble. I then got up again at 5 and I had really bad stomach cramps and all the other lovely stuff that comes with being female. And unfortunately, most months I'm okay when I hit sort of day 2, 3, but for some reason this month my body has decided it just wants to really play up. So yeah, I had really bad stomach problems and I ended up having to take some migraine pills because my migraine at my head started to play up, and I ended up not feeling well enough to go in to work, which really sucks. I was quite looking forward to it. Basically, I'm just kind of sat watching TV. I've got Scrubs on. I've been watching it for about 3 weeks now. So I've got like all my juice and everything behind me to keep me hydrated. And I'm editing a bunch of videos, but it really sucks because I actually really wanted to go to work today. And the fact that I've ended up not being able to go, just, ugh, I hate it. So yeah, ending the week not so great. Hopefully I'll be able to jump on some reading sprints tonight for someone, and then tomorrow, the only plans I've got this weekend is to babysit for my brother tomorrow. So I should be able to get some reading done. I did finish The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly last night before I went to bed, and it was really super cute. It kind of had a similar vibe for me with the story and everything as a fox cub named Freedom, which I read when I was really young, and I actually want to try and read it again, see if I still love it. And I gave it 4 stars, and it was really emotive and it was really lovely, and I did have fun. I then, because I couldn't sleep, I ended up reading The Flying Witch Volume 1, which I gave 3.5 stars, and I've downloaded the second volume because it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I've started that. And I've also read a little bit of Villains by Vengeful by V. Schwab, so I'm definitely well over halfway through that now. And it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and I've managed to do all of that, so at least I'm getting something done. But it's just a shame that it came at the cost of not being able to go to work, and I'm on the sofa, and every now and again I have to keep lying my head down because I keep going dizzy and headachy and migrainey and well. So yeah, I hope your Friday has gone a little bit better, and I will check in hopefully in a few hours and give you a bit of an update on where I'm at with things. Hello, it is Friday evening. I ended up going for a bit of a nap at about 1:30, 2. Slept for about an hour and a half, which really helped. I also now am not babysitting tomorrow as the plans fell through, which I'm a little bit gutted. It would have been nice to spend some time with my niece, and even though she would have been in bed, it would have just been nice being around and having a few hours, to myself a little bit, because living with family again, people are always home, and not like my last house where my partner was away a few days a week, and then with my housemate being at work, I'd always get at least every day, apart from like the weekends, I would get a few hours to myself every day, which was like bliss for me. And it's just a very different environment. It's not a bad environment, it's just different, and I'm still kind of adjusting to it. So it would have been nice, but I understand that these things happen. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting now till 7 o'clock, so in about 10 minutes, and I'll be jumping on Barb in, is it Barb or Barb's? But Barb's in Bookland's reading sprints that she's hosting on YouTube. So I'll be joining in on some of those. And in terms of reading, I finished Flying Witch Volume 1, as I said earlier in the vlog, and then as I did that, I remembered while I started editing this that I wasn't meant to be reading that until later on this month. So even though I've got Volume 2, I have checked, and Volume 3 has got the black cat on it, so I'm going to hold off on any more of those until the readathon. So for the evening sprints this evening, I'm definitely going to be going back to Vengeful by V. Schwab, trying to get that finished, because I have now done another 40 or so pages, and I'm pretty sure I'm now in the last 150 pages. So hopefully I should get that done either tonight or tomorrow. If I do finish it, I probably will just end there because I'm still not feeling 100%. But if I don't finish it, then obviously I will finish it tomorrow. Yeah, so basically my weekend now is just reading and editing videos and getting everything uploaded onto YouTube. So at least for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I've got videos that are already ready to go. So that'll be nice. And I'm just basically having a bit of a chilled out, relaxed weekend. I'm gonna go get my book, get some snacks and get ready for the sprints in about 6-7 minutes. Hello friends, it is Saturday, and as I have realised that if I use the shelf that normally sits behind me on the sofa, I'm at the right height and I can talk to you. Last night I finished Vengeful by V. Schwab, which is book 2 in the Villain series. I did not enjoy it as much as the first one. The first one I thought was fantastic, the character dynamics were brilliant. And it just kind of, I don't know if maybe I shouldn't have left such a big gap between the first half and the second half of the book. But I don't know, I was really struggling with the characters. I felt like the relationships were getting a bit boring. And I felt the ending just wasn't as exciting. And it all finished a bit too quick. So, I don't know, I was kind of left a little bit lackluster from it. It did get 4 stars overall, but mostly that's because Schwab's writing is always really compelling for me, and I did like a lot of elements in the book that were enough to just, and I mean just, get it a 4 stars. As for today, I have DNF'd my audiobook, and it was My Ride or Die by Leslie Cohen, I believe. And the characters were vapid. I didn't like their motivations. I didn't like how the book started. And it felt a bit bleh for me. So I was like, it's only another 3 hours on the audiobook, or 4 hours. I was like, or I could not waste 4 hours of my life and actually read something I might enjoy. So I have DNF'd that, and I don't yet know if or what audiobook I will pick up next. As for today's reading, I want to get started on Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. And as you can probably see in the background, I have Fadwa from Word Wonders on. I'm just watching her vlog. I've just watched Danny's Book Worlds video where she's like highlighting people that she loves that have less than 1,000 subscribers. And what else have I caught up on? I've watched Clumsy Charlotte's Olympics-a-thon blog. I've seen Kevin from Much Ado About Books. I've watched his setup video for his reading journal. And Julianne Doodles, I've watched her March setup for her bullet journal. So I've caught up a little bit on YouTube, and I've also got some of my vlog to edit, and I've got a couple of videos that I want to get ready to post. And yeah, so I also have come out, it's not showing really on screen, which I'm happy about, but I've had a bit of an outbreak this morning. So I've been dealing with all of that and just blah. So I have some snacks, I have my tea, I'm going to finish watching this vlog, and then I'm going to get started on some reading and hopefully do some video editing by the end of today. Hello, it is Sunday, aka the final day of the vlog, which it is. Ooh, crap. Sorry about that. So yeah, last day of the vlog, last day for reading, and I've done pretty well this week. I've pretty much edited as I've gone, so all I have to do is either tonight before I go to bed or tomorrow, like as soon as I get up, just add like a little outro and a little summary, and then I'm ready to go. I had a really shit night, to be honest. Sometimes my body just decides it doesn't want to sleep, and my brain just, it almost goes into like a defiance. So it got to like 11:30, 11:45, and I was like, I'm tired, I want to sleep. But my brain was like, no, we don't want to go to bed, we don't want to sleep. And that's really fucking annoying, if I'm being honest. And yes, I don't tend to swear on this channel, but I don't care. It is fucking annoying when you can't sleep and you are so exhausted, you want to cry, and your brain's just like, ooh, thought. And so I ended up staying up. I ended up going onto YouTube and watching, there's a channel that I really enjoy for gaming it's a guy called Maximilian Dude, and I originally found him through watching his Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough, and he's also done a Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition Virgil playthrough. So I ended up staying up watching that, and I fell asleep to that in the background. Made for some interesting dreams, let me tell you. But the problem with that is, even though I went to bed at midnight, it was nearly 5 in the morning before I finally fell asleep, and then my alarm went off at 9 and I just could not bring myself to get out of bed. So I ended up staying in bed till 12, and then, well, I stayed asleep till 12, and then this afternoon, my body didn't want to get up and move. So I then ended up spending about 2.5 hours just lying in bed on my phone, scrolling through TikTok and Facebook. And then finally I managed to drag myself out of bed, and I'm now downstairs. I've got my cup of tea, I've got something to eat, and I'm just going to settle down, catch up on a bit more YouTube, do a bit more editing for some videos that I need to get up this week, and basically do the usual, have dinner, watch some anime with my uncle at about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then 6ish is usually when reading with Chloe, my brain's gone completely blank, but Chloe does her Sunday night sprints, and I've pretty much been on those every week since I discovered them, so I'll be hopping on there. I did start with Weird Sisters last night, and I'm actually enjoying this far more than I did Equal Rights, which was the first Witches book. I'm only 64 pages in, but I've already, as you can see from this one, I've already done some notations and I've got quite a lot highlighted. Even on like the first couple of pages, I think the very first page I highlighted because it immediately starts with a play on words, and it's a take on Shakespeare, and it was really funny because it kind of took the Shakespearean quote and then broke out of it to say like, well, I'm free on Tuesday, and I just found it really funny. And Granny Weatherwax, the more I'm reading her, the more she reminds me of my own gran. And even though my gran wasn't a witch and didn't believe in magic and stuff like that, just the way their personalities are and the way she reacts to things, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm reading my own grandmother here. And obviously that's making it far more enjoyable for me. So throughout the day I'm going to get little bits of this done, but I'm hoping tonight on the sprints I'll be able to get a good chunk, maybe get to about halfway. And I also have finally continued setting up my March bullet journal. Originally I thought about not doing any bullet journaling for March and just, you know, getting on and wait until April, but then I was like, no, I do want to continue with it. I want to be consistent. I did say that I would be back in March with it, so I have continued to set that up, and I'm hoping to get that finished today, recorded and up next week. We shall see. So yeah, those are today's plans, and I'm just hoping that I can fight through the fatigue and the migraine, and for some reason I've woken up really sinusy and a bit chesty, cough and stuff, so God knows. That's an ongoing feud with the doctors to try and find out what the hell is causing it. So we shall see. Hope you have a good Sunday. and I'll catch in with you later. It's now nearly 11:30 on Sunday night, and I've decided to call it for the week because I've not picked up my book in like 2 hours, and I'm now doing video edits and stuff like that. So I know I'm not going to get any more work done. So I wanted to say a huge thank you if you got to the end of this. I've done vlogs in the past, but this is like my first proper weekly vlog, number 1, and so if you have got to the end, thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off, and tomorrow morning, hopefully morning, I will start next week's vlog. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if there's sort of any things that you'd like to see more or less of. And I hope you've had a really good week. I hope you have a really good week coming up. And I will see you technically tomorrow, but obviously for weekly vlogs, I will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.